What should we do? How can we fix the water system? To discuss this further, Harry Cowan, the CEO of a desalination plant in the UK, joins me now, Power and Water. Harry, we'll talk to you as well. But first, I want to have a chat because I'm joined by the Professor of Resource Economics and Policy, Chad Staton, and the Head of Public Policy at the Institute of Economic Affairs and the lead campaigner for We Own It, John Bosco Nrongo. Let's see, there you go. There's one third person who's not on my thing. Let's see, that must be Matthew Lesh. Matthew, thank you very much for joining me as well. He's the Head of Public Policy Institute and Economic Affairs. Well, I'm actually going to start with you, Matthew, then. Matthew, talk to me about what's going on. What does nationalisation or water renationalisation mean? Because a lot of people are saying the problem is that if we nationalise things, then it will get better. So what is actually going on with the water?
Look, it's truly laughable to claim that renationalising water could magically fix all our problems. We should actually start by scrutinising what the situation was like prior to privatisation, which is that there was significant underinvestment in the system. Now, since privatisation, we've seen water leakage down by 1/3. We've seen customer service quality improve. The customers are now 5 times less likely to suffer from supply interruptions, 8 times less likely to suffer from sewer flooding. At the same time, the companies have ensured that prices haven't gone up. In fact, in real terms, water prices have gone down. Now, not everything is obviously perfect about the water situation in the UK, but I think we have to acknowledge that the status quo is not necessarily terrible, and nationalising it won't help it. If we nationalise the water companies, what will happen is water will have to compete with all the other government's priorities. It'll have to compete with education, with healthcare, with funding the national debt, all sorts of different things. And the historical result of that has been massive underinvestment. That's the situation still today in Northern Ireland, where the water system is nationalised and there's been consistent issues of underinvestment there. So let's not pretend that nationalisation is a solution to anything when it comes to the water debate.
What about this then? I'm going to speak to Professor Chad. You're the Professor for Resource Economics and Policy. He said that renationalisation isn't really going to achieve much, and we're deluded if we think that's going to help. What's your view on that?
Well, I would say that that's broadly correct. What we've managed in privatising the England and Wales water system is bringing private investment into the provision of water services under relatively heavy government regulation, economic regulation, environmental regulation, and water quality regulation. So in a way, we're having our cake and eating it too. We've privatized the industry and brought lots of private sector investment into the water industry since 1990, but we've done it in conditions of significant government regulatory control.